Hello,
Hello,
Hello.
everyone, and
and
welcome
welcome
to
to
another episode of the UVL 90 Day Challenge. And today we are day 43 of the 90 Day Challenge. So today's our topic is
UVL 90-day challenge. Excuse my voice. Day 43. The topic is discuss the joys and challenges of parenting.
that's right. So we're going to be talking about those two things today. But before we go into that, let's introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, and I currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I'm also the face of the Facebook business page, Sandy Caballero, Sandy to Empower Lives. I work in the movie industry, and I'm also a proud digital business owner.
My name is Patsy. I'm the face of the Facebook business page of Joe Pat Blessing. I'm a mother of four and a grandmother of nine. Originally, I'm from Brunei, and now I'm residing in Alberta, Canada. I'm a proud digital business owner.
Thank you,
thank you.
Patsy. Okay, so again, the topic is
Topic is discuss the joys and challenges of parenting.
yes. So we're going to be talking, but so the first thing that we are going to be talking about this point is this.
The joys of parenting while running an online business.
Yeah, so when we're talking about the joys of parenting while running an online business, we have several things that um, several points about that. So the first one, we're going to talk about the flexibility to be present. Okay, so the online business offers the flexibility to work from home. So, allowing you as a parent to be more involved in your children's daily lives. Okay. So, for example, there's so many parents that before they couldn't attend, the kids' school events. So now they're able to be there, especially now that Christmas is coming. They're gonna have so many of those Christmas, at school presentations from the kids. So you want to make sure that you are present. Okay. Also, when you work online, you are able to help them with their homework. So you are there, helping them, so you're present. And also, you are able to share those little moments with them. So that's one of the things that, the online business give you, that flexibility to be present. Another one is that you set up a positive example to them. Okay. Because you are running an online business that demonstrate entrepreneurship, okay, determination, and goal setting to your kids. So it also has that positive impact on them. Okay, so it shows, it highlights, when you're working from home, those values like hard work, resilience, independence, for especially for the kids to be more independent, which is one of the things that sometimes, as parents, we kind of lack because we're trying to protect them. But what we want is to make sure that they become independent so they don't depend of someone. Um, so the other point that we are talking about, that joy of parenting while running an online business, would be the financial benefits, okay, for the family dreams. So by having, an online business, the income from that, it helps you support those family goals. For example, vacations, the extracurricular activities, or even a better education for your kids. So now, they are able to go to a private school, for example. Also, um, you are able to celebrate the joy of providing more opportunities for your family. So those are others financial benefits that you get, for your family dreams. The other thing is, like, because you're working at home, right? Uh, Thanks to the online business, you're building that legacy together. Okay. We have so many business owners in the community, that they involve their kids in their business activities. Once, because some of them, they're not tech savvy, so their kids help them with those when they encounter some problems. Also, some of them, they use like brainstorming ideas of simple tasks, because like kids have those imaginations, so they're very creative. Also creating that sense of shared accomplishment. um, so by having your family working as a team, I create that teamwork, and it also strengthens the family bonds, and that's what we want to be able to create more memories. We want to be able to create those special moments and those family bonds. So that's what an online business allows you to. Okay, so let's go to the second point.
The challenges of parenting while running an online business.
Yes, running an online business also comes with challenges of parenting. Okay, so some of those would be time management struggles. Okay, so balancing the demands of business tasks and parenting responsibilities can be overwhelming. Especially like if you're like a single parent. When you're two parents, you're able to juggle better. But when you're a single parent, yes, it's a little bit more difficult, but it's feasible. Okay, we do have a lot of single parents doing the online business, and even there are already some successful single parents. Uh, they started at the beginning, now they are having like lots of success. Um, the other thing, I can give you some examples. How parents might struggle with staying productive while managing their kids' needs, especially when they're younger children. So um because like little kids, they need more attention, so you gotta be more present for them, so it's a little bit more difficult, but it's feasible. Okay, but it comes with challenges. It's kind of like finding ways, when to do your business, when your kid isn't sleeping or stuff like that. The other thing that you will encounter, and I've seen these ones too, dealing with interruptions. Okay, so you gotta discuss, talk to them about when you are this, we talk a little bit in the past, like setting those boundaries. Okay, so if you don't set up boundaries at the beginning, because of course this is new to you, right? You're going to encounter some difficulties of working in a home environment, because you're going to see a lot of interruptions. Okay, and these common interruptions will be coming from kids needing attention, especially when you're having those meetings or work hours. For example, like when you're going live, they want to be there. They want to be with their parents, especially if they see that there's a camera, they want to be present there. So yeah, so those are one of the things that some of the challenges that you're gonna be encountering regarding dealing with interruptions. The other thing is like, if, for example, your kid might have, if you have a working on a, if you need to work on a deadline, um, but at the same time you're managing, some tantrums or siblings quarrels, that's kind of like difficult too, you know. Uh, so those are some of the challenges that you will be facing, and when it comes to dealing with interruptions and running your business. The other thing, the other challenge that we will talk about will be parent guilt. Okay, so many parents feel guilty when they focus on their business instead of spending time with their kids. So that's one of the things, and the other one is address the emotional tone, you know, because many times, when you try to balance the priorities, without compromising also their well-being, that's kind of like difficult, but you have to do it. I mean, they have to understand that, like you're sacrificing a little bit, but you're going to, for the moment that you're doing your business, but then after that you're going to give them full attention. So it's as matter of creating those boundaries and giving them that, communicating with them so they understand. But yeah, many times you feel guilty because you think that you're paying more attention to your business than to your kids. So that's one of the challenges that it comes to that. The other thing is, the risk of burnout. So when you have juggling, multiple roles, for example, parent, entrepreneur, or dealing with your partner, can lead to mental and physical exhaustion. Exhaustion? Exhaustion. I think it is. That's the word. Sorry. Um, so when we come to that, again, we mentioned in past lives that that's why it's important for you to, when you create your balance, your time management, make sure that you allow some time for yourself. Okay, so your me time, because it is important for you to recharge. Because if you don't do that, then it's gonna go into what we were talking about, the burnout risk, and you don't want to go to that point, because at that point you're not going to be able to give any of your energy to anybody because you don't have the energy, you're exhausted. um so that's why you need to create also, your me time, so do you don't run out into that burnout risk. um Another thing, make sure that you see this, recognize the signs, of burnout. And then if you see that you're getting a little bit burnout, take proactive steps to prevent it, Like I mentioned, take some breaks, make sure that you schedule some me time for yourself. If you need to go, maybe, like go on a little small vacation or something like that, so you can have your mind, clear your mind, and then you're able to recharge. But yeah, so those are some of the challenges of parenting while running an online business. So let's go to the next point.
Strategies for balancing parenting and online business.
Yes. So some strategies for balancing parenting and online business, we can see, for example, create a schedule that works. So when we are talking about this, we want to talk about the importance of a structured routine. So you want to make sure that you create that routine so your family is aware of that, and so they know when you're going to be working and when are you going to have time for them. The other thing, and I think we mentioned this in past lives also, make sure that you include a designated work hours and family time. Um, so it's very important. So they understand, this is the time that I'm going to be allocating for my kids. And this is the time that I'm going to be allocating for um, my business. I know that, so I can remember we had a guest in the past where she was saying that she has like um, a board there, and she puts, the times for her family, the times for her business, so that way everyone knows if it is, this time, that means that she's working. If it is this time, that means she's available, to be with them, spend time, family time. So that way everyone is clear about the working hours and the family time hours. So that's just an idea for you guys. Also make sure that for the kids, you schedule hours for nap and hours for school so they can focus more on their work. Okay. And at the same time, you focus on your business. You're able to focus more on your business while they're taking those nap times, or, they're working on their school. So the other point that we're going to be talking about is involve the family. Okay. So this is another of the strategies for balancing parenting and online business. So you can involve your kids, in tasks that are appropriate to their age. Like, for example, like organizing supplies or learning about the business, you want to also build that understanding and teamwork within your family. And I think that one is very important because they they will feel, they're part of your business, of your journey. And um and they're gonna be, going with you as you go, so that's good, and they're gonna have that understanding of how the business work. The other thing is that you create that family bond too, because you're working together, um so that's one of the things that, I think is good, because the kids also is learning about entrepreneurship by being with you, and having some tasks and watching you. The other thing we want to talk about, some strategies, setting boundaries, and like I mentioned before, make sure that you create some boundaries, clear boundaries between work and family time, so to prevent, overlap, and make sure that, everybody gets their attention, because you don't want to neglect your business, and you don't want to neglect your family. So you want to make sure that you allocate those boundaries. For example, no work after 7 p.m. Dinner is always family time. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're always present there for dinner, so you all sit on the table and eat together. Another strategy will be use the automation tools, the automation and the tools. Okay, so for example, you can leverage the automation, so it works behind the scenes. You can use some scheduling tools, for example, Facebook. You can schedule some of your posts ahead of time, and you can combine that with Instagram. So there you go. So you have two social media platforms that you can post at the same time. The other task will be like outsourcing certain tasks. So it can save you time and reduce the stress. So, for example, some people in our business owner community, they outsource people who, sorry, people who edit videos, for their video ads, because either they're not tech savvy, or they rather have somebody else doing it, because they want to be focused on something else. So they can save that time and that stress on dealing with that by outsourcing someone to do the work for them. So that's one of the examples of that. The other point that we want to talk about when it comes to strategies for balancing parenting and online business is we prioritize self-care. Okay, and like we mentioned before, it's very important, to remind you parents, to make time for yourselves, because you need to recharge. Okay, so either you do, for example, exercises, um hobbies, something that you love to do, or having some even quiet moments of reflection. Sometimes, we just need that peaceful, even if it is like 5 or 10 minutes of peace, like quiet. That really helps you, to recharge and then come back. So those are some of the strategies for balancing parenting and online business. Okay, so let's go to the next point.
Stories of overcoming parenting challenges in online business.
Yes, so when we're talking about stories of overcoming parenting challenges in online business, we are talking about, um, for example, some parents, are were able to overcome challenges like financial struggles. Before joining the business, they were running really into very bad financial struggle, but because of the online business, they were able to overcome those financial struggles. Some people, have some time constraints. They didn't have the time, and that's one of the reasons, they did online business, because they want to be more present for their kids. Before, they didn't have that time because they were working all the time to be able to provide for their family. um, so balancing the roles to build a thriving business, so this will be another one. For example, when you have two parents, we had a guest recently um, that was sharing that normally when she does her lives, she usually will have her husband take care of the kids, so the kids wouldn't come to the live, and show up on the camera. So that's balancing the roles. So when one is doing the business, the other one is taking care of the kids. So that's one of some of examples in our online business. Um, we also have some examples of how some people turn obstacles into motivation to be able to succeed to succeed for their families. And this is another one that um, I didn't think it that way until one of our guests brought it in. That we are talking about the legacy that you leave to your family. Um, when I was talking, well, when I heard the word legacy, I was thinking, the legacy financially. But she pointed out one thing that I really love of it when she mentioned, the legacy of inspiring your next generation in your family. Being able to inspire them that my grandma, for example, or my mom, was able to learn these new skills, that she did, and was able to learn new technology, at her age, you know, or sometimes, be more independent. So that really inspires your kids, being able to see them because, you're an inspiration to them. So they see that if you are capable of doing that, so can they, So that's another legacy that you can leave to your kids, to inspire them to be better, to be able to, no obstacles is going to stop them, they can push and go through those obstacles, have that resilient mindset. So that's the other legacy. So now the other thing that we can talk about some stories, lessons learned. So that will be the next point. Um, so here we want to talk about, challenges like multitasking or meeting tight deadlines, how these help parents grow personally and professionally. And I think that's true because, um, we, when you come to the business, you have certain style of living. But because of the business, you need to create that time management. You need to create um, that multitasking, and meeting the deadline. So it's something that you learn. I mean, you don't learn right away. You learn as you go, but you're able to uh, overcome those challenges and be able to find ways to be able to deal with all that personally and professionally. So you start growing personally and professionally. That's one of the things that I love about this business, that you always keep growing. It allows you to grow, not only on your business but also on yourself. I mean, here, look at us now. We're doing lives. I never thought that I was going to do lives. I didn't like to be in front of the camera, but here I am. I'm doing it. So I overcome my fears of being in front of the camera, and I'm doing it. Even Patsy. So yeah, so those are some of the lessons learned. So you grow personally and professionally. Okay, so let's go to the next point. Sorry.
The rewards of combining parenting with an online business.
Yes. So when we talk about the rewards of combining parenting with an online business, we can talk about 2 points here. So let's start with the first one. So the freedom to create a balanced life. That's all of us, when we come to this, we are looking for it financially, but also to create that balanced life, you know, that lifestyle that we're looking for, to be able to have more time to do the things that we love. So this is, how an online business, enables parents to create that lifestyle, that aligns with their family's needs and goals. So they're able to be more present to their kids' milestones. They're not gonna miss any more milestones. So that's amazing, and be able to reach their goals. So sometimes, like many of them, they have dreams, but because they don't have the financial um, income, they have to work and those dreams are gone. But now you can do your dream, and you have that time to do the things that you love, and also, spend time with your family and not miss any more moments. So you create that freedom to create that balanced life. The other point would be the gratitude for the journey. And yes, I always says, enjoy your journey. Celebrate that unique joy of navigating both worlds, such as building something meaningful to you while raising a family. And it is meaningful because, this is something that you want to leave to your family. This is something that you're building the financial foundation for your family. So they're going to be financially well, in the future, for generation to uh, generation to the next generation. So yeah, so that's, you want to be able to celebrate those joys of navigating those both worlds. So those are some of the rewards, when we talk about combining parenting with an online business. And our lastly tip,
Tips for staying motivated as a parentpreneur.
yes. So when we're talking about tips for staying motivated as a parent entrepreneur, we're going to be talking about 3 points. The first one, focus on your why. Okay. Always we want to remind you about stay motivated by focusing on your why. Why did you start this business? Many of us, for providing for our family or achieving freedom, different reasons. Whatever reason it is that you decided to start this online business, remember your why, because that's what is going to keep you fueling to keep pushing forward. Okay. The second point will be celebrate small wins. Yes, we always tend to forget about celebrating those small wins. We always think about celebrating the big wins, but really, our goal, is far away. So, how can we make our goal far away, not to feel it so far away? Well, you divide those goals into small goals. And those small goals, every time that you reach one of those small goals, celebrate it. And even every day, you can celebrate a goal, like celebrating that you have accomplished all your things to do, celebrate that you did, for example, your YouTube ad, now you're advertising, or you did your like campaign. So every small wins, celebrate it, okay? So acknowledge all those small victories, like I mentioned, completing tasks, spending quality time with your kids, because you also gotta remember your family, okay? So make sure you add these moments to that, and make sure that when you celebrate it with your family. So make them part of your celebration, okay? Because that's part of the family bonding. The other point we're talking about here when it comes to tips for staying motivated as parentpreneur is seek support. Okay. So it is important, to having a supportive partner. Okay. Um, Unfortunately, many times when some of the business owners join the business, they don't have sometimes the support of their partner because the partners don't believe on the business at first. Okay. Some people, they need to see results to be able to believe. Okay. um, so they don't. So where do they get that other support? If you don't get it from your supportive partner, you get it from the community. We have an online global community, so you get that support. So that's why I always say, one of the key success for our business is our global community that we have, because they are there to keep you motivated. So not only, giving you that emotional support, but also the technical support, and also celebrating those small and big wins. Also, if you have a team, also, that understand, your both roles, of parenting, entrepreneurship, that's another way to have that support. Like in our community, we have we have a communication app, any of those communication apps, we have several groups, and one of those groups are like a parent groups, you know. So you can go into that group and have that support, okay? Because there's on that group there's a lot of parents doing the business, so they understand what you're going through, you know. So they are able to give you tips because some of them are ahead of you. So you will get that support that you need, okay? So make sure you take advantage of the support that you have on your business. So well, that's the end of it, of our life for today when it comes to talking about discussing the joys and challenges of parenting. So I just want to add to that, if you want to share, you know, in the comments, you know, some of your experience as a parent, you know, and running an online business, please share it in the comments, you know, or any tips or questions that you have about balancing parenting and running an online business. Just put it in the questions and we are gonna reply back to your comments. Also, I wanna be able to. I wanted to say, you know, the or to say about the building a supporting network, you know, of like-minded parents is very important. Okay, and that's one of the things that we have in our community. So it's a great thing because a lot of business that you are going out there, they don't have that support that you're looking for. So pretty much you're on your own. And then even, you know, like if you need a mentor, you gotta pay extra for the mentor, you know. Um, and for that period, you know, like if you pay for a mentor, let's say you pay for 1 month, well, you only have it for 1 month, and after that you're on your own. Here in our community, we are so fortunate that it's a one-time fee, and then after that you have the mentorship, uh, you know, the mentor with you along your journey. You have a coach, and also you have the global community. And like I mentioned, you know, we have a group of parents that um, they are to group together, you know, and they are able to give you that support that you need as a parent, you know, because they already went through what you're going through. So make sure that you look for those supportive people. And the other thing is like they have the same like mindset as you, okay? Which is very important because when you have people around you that have the same like mindset, that was gonna help you to keep pushing forward, you know. And you can share tips between each other, you know, and motivate each other. So that's the other great thing. So that's the end. I hope that all the tips and strategies, you know, and the things that we have shared today really helps you, you know, and give you some advices there that you can take and use. So for tomorrow, what is the topic, Patsy?
Day 44. Topic is share a recent parenting win.
Win,
Win,
yes.
yes.
So tomorrow we're gonna be talking about that. Um, so we're gonna be sharing some parenting win with you. So stay tuned for that day 44 tomorrow about sharing a recent parenting win. So we right now have arrived to the end of our live. So if you guys want to follow us in our Facebook business page, they're on the screen on the top. If you guys want to learn how you can earn online, you can register in our website that appears on the screen, and we can send you the invitation to watch the live webinar. The same webinar that Patsy and I we have watched, and that many of our business owners in our community have watched. So if you want to catch the replay from last Thursday, here are the hosts and panelists for that day. So we have Rebecca, host, buyer and planner. We are, as a panelist, we have Didim, she's a compliant technician. We had Neem, an engineer. Shamali, a former microbiologist. We have a Nikki J as a nurse care manager. We have Vani, a former software engineer. We have Pooja, early childhood educator. And we have Gunjet Ann, hematology and blood transfusion and department manager. As you see, We are coming from different walks of life, different ethnicities all over the world. So we are here as a community, helping each other and growing together, and reaching our dreams together. So if you want to be part of something like this, where you're going to have all the support that you need and enjoy all the benefits that this business give you, then you know what to do. You just need to register in any of our website. I just want to mention that our replay has two. It has subtitles in any languages, and then our live webinar has subtitles now in 5 languages. So that's Spanish, French, Vietnamese, Tagalog, and Arabic. So if I want to think now, like, well, sorry, go back. Um, so if you want to register, to learn, how you can also earn online, you can register on the any of the websites on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the replay from last Thursday. And also you will have the registration there to register for our live webinar for Tuesday and Thursday. So what do you just want to clarify that when you register, you're not joining the business, okay? This is just information for you, so you can get to know how our business plan works. And also, you can hear testimonials from members of our community. In, a, in addition to that, yeah, you get invited to our private Facebook group, where you get to see success stories from members of our community and to a little bit more information about the business. So at that, make sure that you watch the entire webinar. If it's a little bit too long for you, just you can watch it, at your own pace. So you watch, but make sure that you watch it completely, okay, to be able to understand. And two, browse the private Facebook group. Make sure that you do your due diligence. And then at that point, if you want to proceed to the next step, you can proceed and find out more in detail about our business and take a decision at that time if this business is for you or if it's not. You got nothing to lose, more to gain. Okay, so this is just free information. So don't waste that opportunity that you have in front of you. Okay, especially nowadays, how uh, the inflation and all that is going up, and nothing is not keeping up with the salaries. And you want to make sure you have a plan B just in case. So saying that, we want to say thank you to all our viewers that are watching us. Thank you to all our followers. Thank you for all your support. And for those watching the replay, also thank you. And let us know in the comments where you're watching from, so we get to see how global we are. And if you have any comments, any tips, please make sure that you put it in the comments. So thank you for all your emojis and comments. And that will be it for today. And until the next episode of the UVL 90 Day Challenge, day 44. One more day and halfway day of the 90 Day Challenge. Bye, everyone. Happy and
Happy and
blessed
blessed
Sunday.
Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.